Hi, Sonja Badesi here from Success Fitness. Thank you, Robots, for sponsoring this class today. And today we're going to do a yoga Pilates fusion. So let's sit back on your heels. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can also put a block behind those knees, or you can just come right up on top of the knees. Okay, so we're going to hold it right here and let's just circle those wrists one direction. So make them nice and big. All right, nice and big, nice deep breathing. Ah, feels good. And then going over the other direction, just circling through the wrist. No right or wrong here. Just move them around. Good. Let's open those palms, like trying to spread those fingers out and really trying to open it and then trying to close it back down. Not necessarily a fist, but just pulling the fingertips towards you and then opening it back up a little bit further, stretching a little bit more from those extensors, and then coming back into the wrists. One more time, opening it up. Good work. And pulling it back in and releasing it. Let's roll our shoulders out. Nice big rotations. Nice deep breathing. Hope you've been hydrating. We don't want to eat big meals before we do yoga or Pilates, right? Or any exercise that matters. We want to make sure that we are hydrated and fueled, but make sure you do it a little ways before you start working out. We're going to take it over on your hands and knees. We're going to have our hands right underneath your shoulders. And we're just going to start out with a nice little cat and cow. So I want you to tuck the tailbone under, exhaling, rounding the spine. Inhale, releasing it into the arch, opening it right up. And again, exhale. Let your sort of body shift a little bit more back on the rounding. Inhale, releasing it. Good. Let's moving a little bit faster through. Exhale, 3. Inhale, release. Exhale, 4. Inhale, release. Good. We're going to do 10 in total. 5. And release. Good. And again, 6. And release. 4 more. Breathing out. Inhale, release. 2 more. And release. Excellent work. Last one. And release. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to take one leg, flexing that foot. We're going to pull the knee in, and then we're going to extend it up towards the ceiling into an arch. Let's point the toe as we're lifting. All right, ready? Flex your foot, pull, pointing it up. 1. Flexing. It's like doing a cat and cow, but just one leg, and then flexing that foot. 3, pointing it up, keeping that nice little bend. 4, and point. 5 and point. Good. 6 and point. Give me 4 more here. 7 and point. 8 and point. 2 more times. 9 and point. Last one. 10 and point. Let's hold it right here. We're going to extend that leg all the way back. Try to not twist through the hips, keeping the hips down. Opposite arm extends in front of you as well. We're going to pulse it up and down. Arm, opposite leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it right here. Hand goes down. We're going to tuck your feet under both of them. That leg that was just extended, keep it extended because we're going to come up into a 3-legged dog. So we're going to come up as we're straightening that leg that's closest to you. We're going to take that other leg straight up, pointing your toes all the way up. And we're going to pulse it at this up position. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's place your right foot back down into a regular downward dog, pressing those heels down, head going through. Let your head go. Relaxing it through. Think about your tailbone going up to the ceiling. Let's shift your hips right, left. Right, just sort of come in tune with your body. Good. Let's take it back down on all fours. Hands go underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Cat and cow. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale, release. Good. Give me two more. Really warming up through the spine when we're doing this. One more, internally massaging through all those organs. Let's hold it right here. Once again, we're going to flex the foot, but this from on the opposite side, okay? Pulling the knee in towards your chest, rounding through the spine, lifting it up, point your toes. There you go. And again, flex, pulling it in, pointing at 2. Flex, pulling it in, pointing at 3. Flex, 4, and point. 5, and point. 6, and point. Good work. 7, and point. Awesome. 8, and point. We got this. 9, and point. One more time. 10, and point. Hold it right here, extending that leg. Try not to twist in those hips. Opposite arm extends. Let's hold it right here. Ready for the pulse? Up and down we go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Releasing that hand back down, that back leg that's extended, coming just slightly. Oh, lost my ear. And we're going to drop it down. Tuck your opposite leg in. Come up into your downward dog. As we're lifting, that leg that's extended going straight up to the ceiling. The leg that's left on the floor, press the heel down. Top leg, pulse it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Place it back down. Regular downward dog. Spreading those hands, let your head go. Let your shoulders go, pulling those knees up into your thighs. So shift your weight slightly right and left. Good work. We're going to come back down on the floor, arms extended, child's pose. And exhale into it. Awesome work. We're going to come forward, handstand underneath your shoulders. We're going to go into a regular hand plank, making sure that we hold it nice and sturdy. We don't want to arch through that lower back. So one leg at a time. Ready? Back we go and hold. Keep it nice and controlled. There should be no stress on your lower back. If there is, you might be dropping too low with those hips. You also don't want to be winging through the shoulder blades. So that looks like that. Okay? Want to push up, making sure your core is working, chest and back, hips, everything is intertwined. If it gets too hard, just drop to the knees and hold it from here, but still really focusing on keeping that belly button pulled in nice and strong. Keep holding it. Keep holding it for 4, 3, 2. Let's drop to the knees into your child's pose, arms extended. All right, so in between, we just get a little bit of a breather. Move around a little bit, right, just to loosen things up. We're going to come forward, drop to the elbows. From here, we're going to go into the plank this time, knees off the ground. Lower those hips just enough, and we're going to rock it forward and back. So we're going to shift your weight forward, 1 and back, 2 and back, 3 and back. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it right here in the center. Drop both knees down and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, you can do this. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Drop to the knees, pushing ourselves back into that child's pose, giving the core a little breather, your lower back, your shoulders, and breathe. All the way back forward, handstand underneath your shoulders. We're going to take it back into the high plank. Lots of planking today. I swear it's not. I'm just kidding. Just now. All right, we're going to hold it right here. Legs go back, plank position. One leg only, lifting it up and down. Ready? Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and switch other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Legs stay straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release back to that child's pose. The child's pose is kind of nice as recovery, right? So if one round, let's say you can only do 5, and that's totally fine. And just take a child's pose until you're ready to come back around. We're going to come back up on all fours. We're going to arch that lower back. We're going to take you back into a downward dog. So we're going to tuck your toes under, arch that lower back. So leading with your tailbone, lifting all the way up to the ceiling. Now realign yourself as much as you need to, right? So pressing the heels down, pulling the knees up into your thighs. Get your head right through those arms. We're going to take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. We're going to hook into it, and we're going to look through your arms and try to look as far as you can up the ceiling. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Releasing it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Realign yourself first. Let's hook your left hand behind your right knee. Grab onto it, looking around and over and right up to the ceiling if you can, hooking yourself in so that you can help pull a little bit further if you can. Pressing the heels down, deep breath in, exhaling it out. And again, deep breath in, exhale out. Lots of strength coming from that one arm, holding you in position, downward dog, holding it right here. We're going to walk your hands forward until we're in a forward fold position, letting your arms just dangle, let your head go, let your shoulders go. Awesome work. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to take those feet a little bit wider, about the maybe widest part of your mat, maybe even wider. I'm going to keep one hand on the floor. I'm going to rotate up, look up towards the ceiling. Take it back down, other side, lifting it up and back down 2. And again, twisting it up 3 and release. Now my back stays as flat as I can keep it. 4 and release. Switching it. 5 and release. Good. Legs are nice and straight. 6 and release. Awesome. 7 and release. Good. Give me 3 more. 8 and release. 2 more. 9 and release. 1 more. 10 and release. Good work. From here, we're going to squat down. Hold it. Get ready. We're going to take those elbows to the inside of the knees, and we're going to go into a prayer position. So if I'm forward so that you can see me better, you're going to squat as low as you can. Push the elbows to the inside of those knees, opening it up into your prayer. So nice deep squat here. If that's not comfortable for you, come up a little bit higher and just hold your prayer up at a higher position. Okay, so trying to sink down as much as we can. If I press my elbows into the inside of the knees, I'm going to get that nice forced stretch, but in a safe way, all right? So it sounds funny when we say force, but keep holding it here. Keep that chest open for 4, 3, 2 more, and release those hands back down. Plank position, feet go back, pulling the belly button in. Let's hold it nice and strong through the core for 4, 3, 2, and releasing it onto the knees. Good job. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to stay on your right knee. Your left leg is going to extend out to the side. Try to get that leg aligned with this knee. Okay, we don't want this foot way behind or way in front. Let's hold it right here. We're going to take your hand down towards the opposite bend leg. We're going to reach this guy up as far as you can go. And now go the other side, sliding this hand down the knee and reach 2. And again to the other side. 3. And again back. 4. And again back. 5. Good work. If you need something softer underneath your knee, 6. And again, 4 more. 7. Go as far as you can. 8. Right, so as we keep going, We probably can go a little bit further. 9. Last one. And 10. Releasing it back to the center. We're going to take this hand down to the mat, holding it right here. So this one shifts up a little bit. We're going to take your hand behind your ears, and we're going to take this leg and we're going to lift it up and down. Ready? For 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Hold it up. 10. Knee to elbow. 1. Good. 2, 3. Work it. 4. Come on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Good work. We're going to come right back to the center. You can sit back on those heels. Let's roll those shoulders out, and we're going to take it to the opposite side. Let's hold it right here. So opposite leg extends out. Good work. Try to keep it nicely aligned. This hand slides down the knee. Ready? Reaching it up. 1. Other side. 2. And back. 3. How are we feeling? And again. 4. Stretch it. And again. 5. Good. Nice little range of motion. 6. Nice movement. 7. Good. Give me 3 more. 8. Reach. 9. Reach. 1 more. 10. And releasing it down to the floor. Again, hand is aligned with my knee. This knee is aligned with my ankle, okay? Opening up the chest from here. Point your toe, lifting this leg up and down. Ready? Let's go for 10, 9, 8. Hand behind your ears. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Knee to elbow. 1, 2. Do the best you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. And 10. Awesome. Let's go right back onto your knees into a child's pose, arms extended. Good. Head going through. Whew. If you need some water, this is definitely a good time to hydrate. And release. Okay, we're going to have a seat on the mat. We're going to have our knees slightly bent, and we're going to put our hands right behind your knees. Shoulders down and back. And I want you to tuck your tailbone under, so it looks like we're sort of trying to go into that bad posture position. Okay, and then what I like you to do is you're going to roll it back until your arms are straight, rounding the spine, and then coming all the way into a nice little arch looking up towards the ceiling. And again, rounding into it. 2, and arching it on the way up. And again, rounding it back. 3, and arching it up. Give me 2 more. 4, and arch. Very nice. And again, 5, and arch. Let's hold it right here. We're going to lean back without rounding the spine until we're in a nice little V position. Okay, shoulders retreat down. We're going to get your feet off the floor. We're going to go into a boat pose. You can hang on if you like. If you can take it a little step further, we're going to get those arms right beside your knees. Let's hold it right here for a few breaths, about 30 seconds. Keeping it extended. We want to be on the meaty part of the bum. Good. Keep that belly button pulled in nice and strong here. Don't let it go. Give that lower back good support by pulling that belly button in. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and time. Excellent. Legs are extending. We're going to go into a forward fold. So just stretching those arms forward, nose to knee. Awesome job, coming nice and upright again. We're going to tuck those feet back in slightly, shoulders down and back, and we're going to come back into that V position. So when we're going into a V, it's about the extension from my hand to my shoulders, okay? We're going to keep your feet down this time so that we can support that lower back. We're going to get one arm to stay down, one arm comes up, and we're going to alternate the scissor. Ready? 1, the more we lean back, the harder this is going to be. 2, try not to twist into the hips, into the lower back. 4, 5, try to lean back a little bit more. 6, 7, good work. 8, 9, and 10, coming all the way back up, crossing those legs nice and upright. We're going to rotate, looking over your shoulder. If you feel a couple pops and cracks, a little popcorn spine, that's okay. Just some gas is releasing. Over the other way. Just don't force the twisting. Looking over your shoulder. Excellent job. And back to the center. Let's go back into that V position. Feet back. Getting your hands behind your knees. Shoulders retract back. Back into that V position again. Remember about the length from your hand to the shoulders. And we're going to do a little kayaking. So if you have a pretend kayak paddle, and we're going to paddle it down. And paddling it down 2. Lean back a little bit more. 3. And again 4. Nice and slow. Don't rush this. 5. Come on, dip it in. 6. 7. 8. 9. Keep going. 10. We're going to do 10 more. 1. Lean back. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good work. 6. 7. 8. 9, and 10. Good. And then nice and upright again, just arching through that lower back, giving your lower back a nice little breather. Awesome work. And releasing it, we're going to go back into your V one last time. I'm going to be tired of these, right? Your hands are going to be in front of you. And I want you to extend one leg down to the floor. Lean back a little bit more if you can. Come back up, other leg. 2, other leg. 3, other leg. 4, good. Lean back a little bit more. 5, 6, 7, 8, very nice. 9, keep it going. 10, hold it right here. Nice and upright. We're going to do 10 more. We're just going to give that lower back a little breather. And leaning it back. Keep your back nice and flat. Ready? 10 more. 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretching those legs out. Nice deep breath, reaching it tall into that forward fold. Letting yourself just lean forward into it as much as we can. You're going to feel stretch in the hamstrings, maybe in your glutes, maybe a little bit in that lower back. And nice and upright. Perfect. Hands go behind you. Your knees are bent. We're going to go into a tabletop. So I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you a little bit here. What I like you to do is going to start off with a tabletop, just lifting your hips. So if this is the level that feels extremely hard for you, then this is where I want you to stay. Okay? If you can take it one step further with me, you're going to slide your right hand a little bit closer. Take your left hand up. Okay? Now try to lift a little higher. Stay on your shoulder. Lift, lift, lift. For 4, 3, 2, releasing it back down. Let's switch to the other side. Ready? And lift. And lift. Keep your hips up for 4, 3, 2, both hands down. Taking the bum down, right back up. 1, and again, down, right back up. 2, and again. 3, good. And press. 4, 5, 6, 7, we got this, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good. Extending those legs in front of you. Nice deep breath in. And back to that forward fold. Grab your feet if you can, nose to knee. So it's good shoulder work there. Holding it, and release. Good work. We're going to bend your knees. We're going to go into a roll down. So when we're doing a roll down versus a roll up, we're going only halfway. So we're going to get our hands in front of you. You're going to go one vertebrae at a time. So I really want you to tuck that tailbone under. Again, think bat posture here. And then one vertebrae at a time, like a zipper, just underneath your shoulder blades. And then you're going to change your mind and you're going to lift it back up. If that's too difficult and you can't go quite that low, don't worry about it. Just go only as low as you feel comfortable without losing control. Okay, ready? Zippering it down. 1, and back up. And again, zippering it down. 2, and back up. And again, zippering it down. 3, and back up. Okay, really trying to control it. 4, and back up. Good. And again, 5. Awesome. And again, 6. And letting it back come down. 7. Don't come right down. If you're touching your shoulder blades, you've come down too low. 8. 2 more. Awesome. Last one. We got this. And release. Good. Let's lay right flat on your back, pulling those knees into your chest, and give yourself a gentle rock side to side. You're doing phenomenal. All right, from here, we're going to take those knees into a 90-degree angle. We're going to take our arms out laterally to the side. And what I'd like you to do is you're going to drop your knees over to one side as far as you can without lifting the opposite shoulder. Once we're there, we're going to extend those legs. Taking it back and back to that 90-degree. Good. Over to the other side, dropping it as low as you can. Extend your legs. Of course, I have a wall in my way. 1, back, and back to that 90-degree. All right, back to the side. 3, extend, back to that 90, and back up. And again, 4, extend, back to 90, back to the center. The lower down we go. 6, ooh, it's tough. And back to the center. And again, down, lift, back, and center. Good, give me 2 more. Down, extend, control it, and back to the center. And again, drop, extend, center, and center here. Hold it right here, stay in that 90-degree angle. We're just going to drop it right left. Ready? Down we go. 1, and center without pushing against the hands, right? Because your hands want to help out here. 2, and again. 3, and lift. Good. 4, and lift. 5, and lift. 6, and lift. 7, and lift. Good job. 8, and lift. 9, and lift. 1 more. 10, and lift. Good. We're going to pull the knees into your chest. And again, rock it out side to side. We're going to come up into a seated position, but keeping your knees pulled in. So we're going to roll it up like a ball. Ready? Oh, yes, and hold. So what I want you to do here is, it's bright over there. We're going to hold it right here in a ball. Hug the knees in as tight as you can, rounding through the spine. Let's hold it, hold it, hold it. From here, we're going to go into a double leg stretch, okay? So we're going to extend your legs, extend your arms as low as you can go. Sweep those arms back in, pulling the knees back in. Let's try that again. As low as you can. Sweep and pull. If that's too much, don't make it as big, okay? 2, and pull. 3, and pull. 4, sweep. 5, sweep. 6, sweep. 7, sweep. 8, sweep. 2 more. I can't talk to this. 9, last one. And 10. Good. Laying back on your back, pull those knees back in, hugging them in, give your lower back a nice little stretch. So if that was too difficult, you can, as an alternative, do the double sweep from here, okay, without having to go all the way into that seated position. We're going to pull both knees in. We're going to let one leg go. Okay, we're going to do single leg stretches. So what I'd like you to do is lift your head and shoulders, and we're going to alternate. Ready? Pulling the other knee in 1, pulling it in 2. Keep your shoulders lifted. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. Keep those shoulders up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 20. Good. Pulling those knees back in. We're going to take our hands, we're going to wedge them underneath your hips. Shoulders push right down into the floor. We're going to tap your toes under, or down, I should say, and we're going to pull those knees in as close as you can. 1. And again, tapping it down, pull it in. 2. Good. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Let's hold it right here. We're going to go into a plow from here. So what I'd like you to do is pull the knees in like we just did, and then I want you to extend it above your head. So if that is impossible for you, just stay with the reverse crunches that we just did. Okay, so we're going to go pulling it in, straighten those legs, pull it back, nice and slowly come back, tap it back down. Okay, so when we're rolling it back like that, be careful because we don't want to be landing just on your neck. We still want the weight to go right across your shoulder blades. All right, ready? Pulling it in, extend 1, and taking it back. And again, pulling it in, extend 2, and nice and control back. Notice I don't just use that momentum. I try to come down like a zipper with my spine and tapping it back down. And again. And back. And again. And back. Good. 5 more. And back. 4 more. And back. 3 more. And back. Last 2. We got this. Good job. 1 more. And release. Good. Arms come laterally out. We're going to drop both knees over to one side, stretching through the lower back and hip area. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, letting it go. Good. Over to the other side. Same thing. Dropping those knees, keeping the shoulders on the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And letting it go. Excellent job. We're going to straighten those arms and legs fully out, giving yourself a nice full extension to the core, right? So nice little stretch. It's like somebody's pulling on those fingertips, pulling on your toes. Excellent work. We're going to pull those feet back in. Your arm's going to stay extended. We're going to come up into your bridge, 1 vertebrae at a time. So I want you to pull the pelvic in. Make sure your ankles, knees, and hips are aligned. So we don't want your knees popping in or out or your feet too close together. So they should be aligned with those knees, okay? We're going to come up into a bridge, and as we're coming up, we're going to take those hands down towards the floor. Then come down into the bridge, 1 vertebrae at a time, as we're reaching those arms back up towards the ceiling, arching into that lower back. Tucking the tailbone under. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 1 vertebrae at a time. and release. And again, exhale, lifting it up. 3, slowly releasing it and extend. And again, lifting it up. 4, one vertebrae at a time and extending it. And again, exhale, lifting it up. 5, squeezing those glutes, releasing it one vertebrae at a time. And again, exhale, lifting it up. 6, and slowly releasing it, extending those arms. And again, tucking the tailbone under. 7, and releasing it back. Nice stretch. We got 3 more. Exhale, lifting it up. How we doing? One vertebrae at a time and extend. Give me 2 more here. Exhale, tucking it under. Inhale, releasing it back. Nice extension. One more time. Exhale, tucking it under, lifting it right up there. Squeeze those glutes. Let's hold it right here. Let's get those heels a little bit closer towards your bum. Lifting as high as you can. Clasp those hands underneath that lower back. Push yourself right onto the shoulder blades. Keep it right here. Maintain that good position. You should feel a little stretch in those quads. Lifting it a little bit higher, squeezing through the glutes. Hold it, hold it. Nice little lift. Unclasping those hands, slowly coming down. We're going to place your right foot on top of your left knee. Just a nice small little figure 8, figure 4, I guess it is. We're going to push your hand to the inside of that knee and really trying to open it up here for the hip. Nice little stretch. Now, if you can, so if this is good for you and you're super tight and you're right here and you're like, ow, 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 then this is where we're going to stay, okay? If you can easily do it and you're like, nah, I don't really feel anything, we're going to reach through, grab the back of that hamstring, pull it in a little bit closer with the elbow. You can help out a little bit and get a little deeper stretch in those hips, right? And when the hips get tight, the low back gets tight, and then we're just in trouble, right? So it's really important that we stretch them hips out. Excellent work. And releasing it down, we're going to switch it over. Opposite figure 4, pressing down on it. Let's hold it right here to start. Get that nice stretch in the hip. And again, if you're kind of going, yeah, not really enough for me, then reach back through. Grab the back of that leg with the elbow. Give it a little bit of a press to the inside of that opposite knee and hold it. And again, as we're pulling it in, you should feel a little deeper stretch there. Nice and controlled. Realign anything that needs to be realigned. Good job. And release. Awesome. We're going to switch you over onto your belly. And all I like you to do is you're going to push into your elbows. We're going to tuck your toes under and we're going to come up into a plank. Ready? Lifting it up. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, don't forget to breathe, and 1. We're going to drop it down. Hold it right here. Palms to push down to the ground. And we're going to go into a nice little baby cobra. Shoulders retract down. Let's hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Tuck your toes back under, pressing ourselves back up into your plank. Right, and when you're doing that plank, because we just came out of a cobra, it's almost like you're trying to tuck your tailbone a little bit more under. In 4, 3, 2, and releasing it down into your mini cobra. Hold it for 4, 3, 2. We're going to do that one more time. Tuck your toes under, lifting it into that plank, tucking your tailbone just slightly under for 4, 3, 2, and release. Mini cobra hold for 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. We're going to be resting down on your belly. We're going to take arms out to the sides. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to take your one leg into a bend position. And all I want you to do is I want you to take that knee off the ground, twisting your hip, tap it to the back of the mat, then coming back and releasing that leg back down. Opposite leg bends, rotating into it, tap it, and coming back to the center and release. Bend, rotate, open that hip and back to the center and release. Other leg, last one. Bend, rotate, and back to the center and release. Good. We're going to take both hands underneath your chin. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to take one of your arms out of the out of this position, and we're going to extend it. And as we're extending, we're going to come higher, 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 looking behind you. Take it back down. Other side. Lifting it higher, higher, higher. So one hand is helping you lift and releasing it too. And again, lifting it, rotate. It's like you're trying to go for the back of the heels and release. And again, 4 and release. It's not something that we do fast, okay? Lifting it up. 5 and slowly release. And again, 6 and slowly release. And again, 7 and slowly release. And again, 8 and slowly release. 2 more. 9 and slowly release. One last time. And release. So when we're doing a lot of sitting, so if you're a desk worker, these kind of movements that we just did the last couple with the leg twist, with the reaching, right? And I'm going to do one more with you, which is a lazy push-up. So we're going to take our hands right underneath your shoulders retract down, and we're going to lift it up 1 and releasing it. When we're doing this, try not to squeeze your glutes. 2 and releasing it. So when we're doing a lot of sitting, what we're trying to do here is reversing that position. 3. So sometimes this feels totally not intuitive because you think, because the way it feels, especially when we're tight, it may not feel right to you because you might go, oh, that is so tight. I don't think I should be doing that. The truth is, just do a little bit less range to start off with. Gauge what your body can do. But the truth is, when you're doing a lot of sitting, we got to go the opposite direction to undo all that poor posture stuff that we do. Awesome. Let's do 2 more. And again, lifting into it. Don't squeeze your glutes here. Relax the butt muscles. 1 more. And release. Good. We're going to come all the way up into your child's pose, sitting back on those heels, arms extended. Oh, and give yourself a nice long extension through those lats. Very nice. Coming back up on all fours. Let's hold it right here. Tucking the tailbone under into your cat. Shifting your weight a little bit more back. Inhale, releasing it, shifting the weight forward. And again, there's not a lot of wrong or right sometimes with some of these movements, right? So see how your body naturally wants to move. And sometimes I may do a stretch where you're kind of going, nope, really feel like just a child's pose today. So that's what you're going to do, right? So intuitive. Listen to your body. What does your body need today? And release. Very nice. And again, exhale, lift. And release 1 last time. Exhale, rounding into it. And releasing it into that arch. We're going to hold this arch and we're going to go right into your downward dog. So tuck your toes under, leading with that tailbone. Ready? Up we go. Pressing the heels towards the mat. Get that nice little V position in there. So really trying to pull those knees up into your thighs. Let your head go. Pull your head through as far as you can, straightening those legs out. If that's too much for you and your heels are a little bit lifted, that's okay, right? So again, listen to your body. Hang out here. We're going to slowly walk our hands and feet back together. Let's hang out here. Cross those arms. Let your forehead rest against your forearms. Sway yourself right and left. Let those arms just dangle. Nice and slowly rounding it up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. And exhale into your heart. Let's hold it right here, centering yourselves, digging in with your heels, big toe, little toe, spreading those toes. Inhale, arms come up, give yourself a nice big bubble. And again, inhale, reach. All that good energy, capture it. Exhale, bring it to your heart. Releasing those arms down beside you. We're going to place those hands just beside your hips, opening those fingers. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Get that deep breath into your lungs, your diaphragm, into the belly. And release. Good. Shake it out. Excellent work. You did a fantastic job. Thanks for joining my Yoga Pilates Fusion. A little bit more Pilates today, right? So if you like the more yoga, we'll always switch it up weekly, as you know. The last couple weeks, the last couple Wednesdays, we've done a little bit more yoga base, right? So go back to some of the classes if you're kind of going, oh, I like that one. And then maybe mark it so that you're going to go back to it and then practice the practice and just practice it to your own personal perfection, which means that how your body can do it best. All right. So thank you for joining me. My name is Sonja Badesi from Success Fitness, and thank you, Raw Roads, for sponsoring this class. And I'll be seeing you at the next class.